Right, hello peeps. So we've got an adventure this week. Me and my friend John, who's just making a cup of tea there. Wait. You'll see a lot more John later on. We are going to go, all being well, to St Kathrine Docks in London. So these are days 5 and 6, probably the most challenging days of the trip, really, and 2 very long days. We're going to set sail from the east basin of St Kathrine Docks. We'll leave Tower Bridge behind. We're going to go past Limehouse Basin, around the Docklands, get to the Blackwall Point and make the call through to the Thames Barrier, going in the outbound direction. And then we're just going to carry on out of the Thames and reverse what we did the day before, really, past Erith, underneath the QE2 bridge, past Thurrock Yacht Club, then past Tilbury Forts, and then out past the Thames Gateway, and then obviously we're going to pass Canvey Island. We're going to stay on the starboard bank, and then we're going to navigate into the Medway. So we're going to follow that navigation channel there, and then go around the necessary buoys and head into the Medway. And then we're going to go into Queensborough Harbour. We're going to take a buoy there for the night. Then the following day, we're going to go to the Red Sand Forts. So we come out of the Medway, we stay to the south side of these Medway navigation channels, and we head out all the way to the Red Sand Towers. Then we've got to go over the precarious OSI precautionary area, so we don't want to hang about in there. We're going to whiz across that, and then we're going to go up, and then we're going to get into the sort of the Shoebury navigation channels. We're going to stay outside the Broadway and the Shoebury artillery zone. And then we're gonna come out. We have to go around Foulness Sands. That's where we're going to go to, the Crouch just there. We have to go all the way around the Foulness Sands. So we're going to pass the Whitaker Spit, and then we're going to head into the Crouch. And we're going to go into the Crouch. I sort of paused it over the Crouch marker, but we visited by the Border Force a bit further out than that in actual fact. But then we carry on into the Crouch then, and we're on our way home. So we're not stopping at Burnham like we did on the way out. So it's a long day getting all the way from Queensborough over to South Woodham Ferries, but we did it. Good morning. So this is it. Tuesday. Time for our departure from St Kathrine Dock. We've radioed the harbour, the marina manager, reception, and we're waiting. We've got our Morticier line set at the back. We've got engine in forward, taking us onto the pontoon, and then we've released the front lines, and then we're just waiting for the green light, and then we'll be off. I didn't film it. Ah! I'll give him the back one first, John. John, I'll probably give him this one first, so we can do. I'll give him this one so we can do the same trick. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what he'll ask for. The good thing is we're going to get blown onto it anyway. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, tight on, John, that one, yeah. Stopped. Just hold that for a sec, John. Cheers. Won't be a sec. That's great, thank you. All great. So did you bring that line back with you, John? Thanks. Oh, give it any traffic. Okay. Did you detach it from the front? Just don't let it drop in the water. You're better off gathering it in future, gathering it all in your hand rather than dragging it down the fucking boat. Hold on. Hold on. Fabulous. You're bringing it in. What do you do with it? Okay, cool.
Oh, you actually want it taken off the top?
Yeah, yeah, bringing it back. Yeah, yeah. That's all right, mate. Oh, that's why. Yeah, yeah. No, I see what you're doing. Yeah, yeah. No, bring it back. It's done its job. Your old-fashioned tiller pilot.
Yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, yeah. Bit low tech. Yeah, pull the other one forward. No, okay. Yeah, nice one, cheers, mate. Beautiful. John, have a go at bringing the fenders in?
Yeah.
Nice one. Charles? Bit closer on the way back because we are on the south bank, the Cutty Sark. Not the original Cutty Sark, because obviously, as we all know, the original burnt down a few years ago and they rebuilt it, so I don't think they tell the tourists, but it's not the real Cutty Sark. John just told me that. London VTS, London VTS. This is sailing Loch Chenier, 8 metres, inbound from Blackwell Point, travelling at about 5 knots, requesting clearance to transit the barrier. Over.
Sunny, Loch Chenier, this is another VTS. Proceed on, take Bravo span and the barrier. That's a small scale on the starboard side of the channel. Wind is 8 and 9 over.
Roger, we'll take Bravo. Thank you. Out. Coming in, so we've dressed appropriately. Yay! Tate and Lyle. Sweet! Printing just Institute for that joke. Right, I'm in the galley now. I'm going to have a quick bacon sandwich and then the wind is in the right position, so we'll scoff this bad boy and then we'll get the jib out and we'll have some, hopefully we'll switch the bloody engine off. We've got the tide is starting to rip now, so all's good. He's living the dream. One for me. Nom nom nom, let's get back out there. Finally! Finally! On the Thames! We're sailing! Right, it's been gusting to 23, 24, so we're not putting it all out. There are a couple of boats around us that have put it all out, but I would not really want to be them when it does gust to 23. So we're being safe rather than sorry. Still got a good 6.5 knots. A few turns out of the main, out of the jib. So we're now sailing, it's swinging from here to here and then back to here. Got a few neighbours out. Biggles is just decided to start pissing about with his sails just as he's passing me quite closely. We'll keep an eye on him. That'll do, thank you very much. Yeah. Taking those right in now. So there's lots and lots of boats out today. We keep getting overtaken, obvs, but there's a whole fleet behind us. Nice and quiet.
Santa Cruz, swinging clear off deck 4, proceeding out. Thank you. Santa Cruz going to make sure sex received and information that not seeing Santa Cruz yet, mate. Thanks for that.
Now we're sailing. International Gateway Harbour. We'll be on the buoy at Queensborough and in the pub in no time. Yum yum, fish and chips. Still early days yet, they're still on the ebb, but it's starting to feel a bit wind over tidey now, so I think it's just because the flow's slowed down. Certainly the seascape is certainly picking up. Definitely wind over tide now. The time is 1:30. The tide changed at 3 minutes past 1. So that's why it's getting more lumpy now. We've got about another 40 minutes to get through the Medway, and then we want the tide with us going into the Medway anyway. There'll still be wind over tide, but and then we've phoned Queensborough. They're expecting us. So, picking up a buoy and then going to the pub. Super! Camera never does it justice. I'll be doing the edit on this and there'll be nothing there. But anyway, it is lumpy. Starting to look a bit murky out the back there. We're just staying ahead of it at the moment. We saw a gust up to 29 a moment ago, but the highest I've seen it. Forecast potentially to go as high as 35, but Shamir took it in as flying, absolutely lapping it up, no problems at all, really enjoying it. So I think we're just approaching waypoint 7, and then we make a right turn into the Medway, and then waypoint 8, and then it's about 20 minutes from there, so all good. Wind speed's kicking up, gusting to the 30s now, so fortunately we're very close to the Medway and very close to picking up our buoy.
Missed it.
Missed it. God damn, we just missed it. Went up to 29, then it dropped back down again. It is gusty. Got a 30. Hey. Queensborough! Woo! No trot back though, unfortunately. Something to do with the weather or something. Good morning! morning! So day 6, we are just leaving the welcoming embrace of Queensborough harbour. We picked up a mooring buoy. Sadly, because of the weather conditions, the chop boat wasn't available, so we were stuck on board. So we didn't have fish and chips and a few pints, but it was still a nice evening and a very sound sleep. JC's on the helm, the Medway over there, and Medway port, and then we are just heading out to the Red Sand Towers now. The tide is slack. It's actually still on the flood shortly, but it'll be on the ebb, and then it will gather pace. Winds forecast up to sort of 18, hopefully gusting, so probably sustained about this. And should be westerly to southwesterly all the way to the Whitaker Spit, and then we will do a little bit of beating back into the crouch and then start the motor. Wagon board, we're up on our 6. Don't know if he's waving at us, but oh no, he's painting. In case there's any question as to whether I'm wearing sun cream. I think I've overdone it. So just in front of that big ship over there, that's the Montgomery precautionary area. So it's where the Montgomery munitions ship went down many years ago, and it's absolutely jam-packed with explosives, and it's ready to go. And those masts are its masts sticking out of the water. So there are concerns about it now that those masts are becoming a bit too frail and might fall off and then set the munitions off. So they're thinking about actually taking it out. But anyway, very interesting. We have to avoid that with all extreme caution. So, and then we've got a Maersk ship just going behind it. Excellent. For those that are wondering why we're on the jib again, you'll see that we are downwind running here. It's swinging about, and obviously you can only use one sail, and if we've got the main sail out, I don't want to have a jibe preventer on it, so we might as well just run downwind with the jib out. We might put the main sail out when we turn into the crouch, but if not, we might just use the engine to get in, because it's absolutely been a splendid adventure, and we'll see how much more sailing we actually want to do. Speak to you in a minute. JC is sunbathing on the foredeck, and we are heading for Red Sand Towers. Very cool.
Fucking miserable detail that must have been.
So we've got a bit of engine power. We just we're not messing about. We're just racing across the Sea precautionary zone, and then we'll sail again after that. But you got to be very careful through this section. Absolutely not a single ship on the horizon. So, and if we see one, we'll go around the back of it. Done. Sea precautionary zone is passed. So. Done. Back to sailing. JC's having a snooze. Mr. Christian's on the helm, and as things stands, he can take us all the way through the Whittaker Spit.
Yes, the
We're both going to have a snooze. So we could get the main out now, but we don't want to go any faster because otherwise we'll be pushing the tide coming out of the crouch. So we want to continue along at this pace, and then we will turn into the crouch. See you in a bit. So we made the turn at the Whittaker Spit, and we're on the homeward leg now. So it's about 18 knots, right on the nose. So after the adventure that we've had, neither of us fancies beating our way back into the crouch. So we've got the old iron Jenica throbbing away under our feet, and we will we'll motor on back. We might get an angle in a minute to put the jib out again. If not, we'll just continue on back to South Woodham. We did make it ashore last night, so back to South Woodham for some delicious food and some beer. Exit number 1, heading back in the crouch. We just got a visit from the Border Force. Well, JC was having a little snooze then, and I was like this, literally watching a boy just heading back in. I turn around, bloody Border Force are next to me. 6 big lads dressed in black, asking me where I was going. Lovely bunch of lads. We had a nice little chat, and then you see we just give them a wave at the end there, and off they go, blasting into Burnham again. So, but nice to see that they're looking after our borders. Yeah. John didn't want to miss out on the action. He come running up the stairs. Ah, we've been St Kathrine Docks, we've been St Kathrine Docks. Anyway, speak to you later. Medway power station. Small little dot. Wind farms behind Burnham on Crouch. Wind farms off Clacton. Yeah, loads of wind farms. Very good. Loads of renewable power. Fabulous. Crouch marker. Back in the river. Home sweet home. That's not a bad way to end the trip. Lovely. where it began, almost. Burnham Crouch Yacht Club. Just going through the fairway and then on to South Woodham Ferries. There she is, ready for our next adventure. So that's it, everything's stowed away, time to take the boat ashore and go home for some nice food.